Hello everyone, today I play the Shapeshifting Detective. Begin. Okay, that's interesting. Huh. So it's saying I'm playing the game, but I'm not playing the game. Maybe if I restart it? There we go.
You're listening to Radio August. Dark Nights with Poe and Monroe.
It's 5 o'clock and I'm Alice Monroe with your August update. August police are appealing for information following the murder of 21-year-old Dorota Shaw. Miss Shaw's body was discovered last night. Chief DuPont is calling the crime a violent and despicable act. Anyone with information about the murder is urged to get in touch via the department's confidential tip hotline. It's horrible, Poe.
Indeed it is.
You need to learn when to keep your mouth shut.
So is this a trick question or a trick move? This guy seems serious enough, I guess I'll try this.
You know why you're here, don't you?
No.
The dead girl. And this.
Oh, what?
What exactly were you thinking? You have one job. Don't get caught. Do you think you can do that this time?
I don't know. Let's say yes. Or maybe.
It's a rhetorical question.
Boo.
You're going to a town called August. Find Chief DuPont. He's gonna think you're someone else. This person. This is who you are now. Understood?
A rhetorical question again? Never mind, I'm gonna answer it. Yes.
Splendid. If someone so much as sniffs that you're different, you'll be deprecated.
Deprecated.
I like
We
how I
expect you to
didn't
use your
look
ability.
in the files.
Just don't get caught. And never, ever change into a child.
In brighter news, August resident Mia French is celebrating the return of her missing pooch, Barley. The 8-month-old Basset Hound puppy was found outside Daryl's Chicken and Ribs.
And that's 5 o'clock with Poe and Monroe.
I'm Violet. Welcome to the guest house. There are some rules. In particular, no shoes in the guest house. The carpet's
Right.
priceless. Now, how long are you staying for?
Wasn't I supposed to find the chief first? I'm not sure.
That's fine. It's yours for as long as you want it. There's not been many visitors of late. Perhaps the murder will bring some tourists in.
Visitors?
It's just you and some tarot readers at the moment. It's deathly quiet.
The murder?
Yes, the murder. You haven't spoken to the chief yet, have you?
Oh, duh. Chief?
Chief Dupont. He's the one who booked the room for you. You look lost.
Ah,
You should probably go and speak to the chief. Your room is just down the hall, last on the left. It has its own back door. The chief said that's the way you'd like it.
Just
Okay.
finishing.
Who are you? Wow, alright. No hello, no nothing. Predicting the future?
You don't believe?
I believe.
That sounded serious.
You
You must
did
have
it?
a serious job to do. Hi, I'm Bronwyn.
Not really. Not that I know of. Bronwyn, pleased to meet you. I'm Sam.
Pleased to meet you, Sam. If you'd like a reading.
Sure.
So, what's your question, Sam?
Let's see. Wow, these are my options. Will I win and are you guilty? I guess I'll try to do less of a goofy one, maybe. So, we'll see what happens afterwards, but for now, will I win?
The Fool. I'm going to see a lot more of you, aren't I, Sam? Well, enjoy the journey. But remember, not everything is winnable. I'm in room 1 and that's down the hall. Lorraine's in 2, Lexi's in 3. And which room are you in, Sam?
Last on the left.
Good. We're neighbors. Just knock if you need me.
Boarded up shop across the street,
Maybe
two
I
young
will.
men watched. The low cloud had brought the day to a
Okay,
premature
can
dusk.
I quickly check? Yeah, subtitles are on. I don't know why the very first intro-like
And the
sequence
cold
don't have
wind had
any
driven people off
subtitles.
the streets, and this old timer was
Everything
outraged.
else does.
The youths nodded to each other,
Tune
took final
radio.
swigs from their cans of beer, and strolled blithely down the pavement, tracking the pensioner.
Oh,
The old man reached the entrance to an alleyway that led down past the churchyard.
my room. Not bad. I see it comes with creepy music. Shifting locked. For now.
I found one. Open the gates of madness and
Alright,
experience
let's
the
have a
beast's
cab
feeding frenzy for
and visit the
first time.
chief.
Good, you got my message. Chief Inspector Dupont. I wasn't sure you'd come, but I suppose you're between jobs?
Between jobs? I'm Sam.
Well, we both know that's not true. But I like it. Sam. That's your cover now. So, the job. Dorota Shaw, 21, accomplished cellist, redhead. Strangled. I know who did it, but I need proof. It's the tarot readers.
Why the tarot readers?
Because they predicted it. The older one, Bronwyn, she came into my office last night talking all crazy and saying Dorota was in trouble. I did my best not to lock her up.
Crazy?
It all sounded crazy to me. Tarot, the spirit world, cards that move, trans-dimensional thingamajigs. To be honest, I thought she'd probably been smoking something, and that's why I didn't take it seriously.
Why isn't she in jail?
Because things. I don't have enough on her. That's where you come in. The free guest house stay isn't free. I need you to work the case and report back to me. Find out things from the inside. Can you do it?
I'll try.
Okay. I'll be telling everyone that you've been hired by the Shaws because obviously local law enforcement is either too incompetent or too overworked to solve anything. That gives you a license to talk to people, but only notionally. Don't actually touch people or annoy them. You don't have any real authority, understand?
Touch
but
them?
you help me out, I'll help you.
What do you mean, don't touch them? I'm gonna touch whatever I want. Help me out?
Do I have to spell it out? I'll make your problem go away, or at least sink it to the bottom of a pile of paperwork.
Problem?
Your old town? The problem? Come and find me when you're settled. This is Second Chance Sunday for you, Sam. Don't blow it.
Oh, lots of things here. Do you have an alibi from last night? Good question. Tell me about Dorota. Where was Dorota killed? What can you tell me about Violet? What do we know? Alright, tell me about Dorota.
What do you want to know?
Everything.
She was a cellist, selected for a scholarship at Juilliard. It was in the local paper. I'm more of a Bon Jovi fan myself.
When was she killed?
Don't read the paper, do you? Yesterday, Monday the 9th at approximately 9 p.m, according to the coroner. We got a call from the mother just after 10 p.m.
And where was she killed?
In her bedroom. She was naked. Strangled. No signs of sexual activity of any kind. It was a weird scene to look at. There was one thing, but it's strictly between you and me. Dorota had a gold coin in her mouth. I'm being serious now, Sam. Not a word of this. It's the one thing only the killer would know.
Okay. Well, the killer and me. And you. I don't see any options to write stuff down, so that's gonna be an interesting playthrough. See how much I can remember. What can you tell me about Violet?
Born here, runs the local guest house. Lovely lady.
Anything else?
Where are you going with this, Sam? What's she told you?
Nothing yet.
She told you she's taking pills, didn't she? Let me handle Violet. She didn't kill anyone.
Taking pills now, eh? I don't know why I would ask him that, but might as well see what he answers. Do you have an alibi for last night?
Do I have an alibi for last night? Do I? Okay.
Yeah.
I was here, and there are video monitors that will prove it. Thanks for ruling me out, genius.
I don't know, you seemed a little heated up right there, old pal. What do we know?
Not much. Perhaps you should do some investigating?
Yeah, perhaps. And again, what do we know?
Not much. Perhaps you should do some investigating?
Okay. So, trying to skip the scene.
Not much. Perhaps you should do some investigating?
Huh. Unskippable scenes? That's interesting. Anyway, perhaps I shall.
Mating in my victims. No true innocents have been fed to the beast, though that first time was pretty close. But everyone since has put themselves in my path. It's a way to live with the monstrosity of it. It's barbaric, but at least I tell myself the Slayer only takes those.
I assume you've been to see Chief DuPont already.
Yep. Did you know Dorota?
Not really. I'm sure she was a precious lamb, though.
Dorota was a precious lamb?
Yes, a lamb. Young. Innocent. Lambs get slaughtered, though, don't they?
Not always. So, Dorota was nice?
Nice, yes, that's a good description. Actually, I thought she was a bit slutty, to be honest.
She was slutty?
Sorry. I'm gossiping. I don't want to talk ill of the dead. Ask her boyfriend.
Ooh, where do I find her boyfriend?
Oscar lives at the vicarage next to the church. Don't tell him I sent you, though. I'm sure he's sick of seeing people already.
How do you know of him? Anyway, who are the other guests?
They're tarot readers. I'm thinking of asking them to leave, actually.
Really? Why do you want them to leave?
Because they may have killed someone. It's not great for my reputation, is it? Stay at Violet's, the home of killers and hobos.
You'll live through it. I kinda wanna ask about both, but Killers?
It's not the first time I've harboured killers, Sam. I'm sure it won't be the last.
Chief DuPont said you were taking pills. What for?
I take clozapine. I think they're for anxiety. I'm a very anxious person.
Any temazepam? No? Alright. Clozapines for schizophrenia, isn't it?
I don't know, Dr. Sam, you tell me.
Well, I wouldn't have guessed if the game didn't say so, or suggested so. What were you doing last night?
It's the strangest thing.
You don't remember?
I honestly don't remember.
Great.
But I imagine I was here or getting groceries somewhere.
Well, wouldn't you remember then if you had done that? Anyway, have you ever been to the Dorotha's house?
I've driven by it, never actually been in it.
Alright.
Light. I pull my hood closer, seeking anonymity, meeting no eyes as I walk.
Yep, I see
Trafalgar
no
Square
way
laughs,
of
so
actually
full
writing
of
stuff
people,
down.
none of
I
them
guess I could
knowing an almost post-orgasmic lethargy
Right.
fills me as I wait in the rain.
Some
By the time the night bus
That's what I-
arrives, the high has passed,
I don't really
leaving me
feel like it.
drained and depressed. And as I think about the weeks ahead
Bronwyn,
of me,
I guess.
Sam, is it? I'm
It
sensing you're not here for a reading.
Well, I wish I could prove you wrong, but I guess you're sensing right. According to the game and what it lets me do, I have some questions about the murderer.
Chief DuPont thinks I did it. I'm hoping you'll convince him otherwise.
Why should I convince him?
All I'm asking is that you dig a little deeper than the chief. I had nothing to do with Dorota's death.
Except you predicted her a murder.
We saw danger in the cards and we tried to stop it. Trust me, Sam, we're on the same team.
How did you predict the murder?
We saw it in the cards, not images, feelings, impressions. Tarot can be very powerful.
Yeah, that's a great question. Can't you then ask who the killer is?
Not these cards. They only tell us what they want us to know.
Aha. Where were you at 9 p.m. last night?
In my room, reading. I found a trashy romance novel under the bed. I'm assuming it's Violet's. It's all swooning heroines and brooding vampire Casanovas. Thank God Lexi saved me.
Huh? She saved you?
She came to my room to chat for a little while. That was around 9, I think. You can ask her.
You think Violet is trashy?
I said the book was trashy. Look at this place. If her guest house is anything to go by, Violet's the opposite of trashy.
Okay.
Poe and Monroe.
The Bag Lady by
Oh,
David
and
F. Schultz.
Monroe.
Read by Venomous Platypus. Breathing
Yeah, sure,
seems so
I'll visit
loud when you
Lexi
want.
next.
Hi, Sam, is it? Come on in, make yourself at home. Mi casa es su casa. Come on.
Did you know Dorota?
I don't know anyone in this town, except for Bronwyn and Rain, obviously, and Violet, and the Chief, and now you. Sorry, I'm a bit nervous.
Nervous? How did you know she was going to die?
Good old-fashioned fortune-telling. Well, kind of. We drew a card each and smushed them all together. Do you know what the most dangerous tarot card is?
The happy squirrel? I don't know. Death?
Everybody thinks that. It's such a cliche. The death card doesn't even mean death. Most of the time.
I don't even know what tarot cards there are, but oh well. So what is the most dangerous tarot card then?
The Five of Swords. I think so anyway. There's nothing more dangerous than someone taking whatever they want no matter the cost.
You drew the Five of Swords for Dorota?
Yeah, I did. Rain got the Knight of Wands, that's Dorota, and Bronwyn got the Ten of Swords, which is, well, you know, swords in general are bad.
Aha. How well do you know Bronwyn?
She's like my big sister, so pretty well.
Well, might as well strike her with the question. Do you think she killed Dorota?
No.
Okay. Why did you come to August?
The cards told us to. Well, the cards of Rain. Tarot gives us a rough direction and he narrows it down with some astrological jiggery-pokery. He's basically a walking esoteric library. And if that sounds dull, let me reassure you, it is.
What? Coming from you? Oh well, I thought you were a team and all did similar stuff anyway. You do whatever the cards tell you?
No. Well, yeah. Well, no. We have a job to do.
So, which one is it? A job?
I didn't say job. I said job.
A job?
Okay. We make a cheese obelisk, a chob, and depending on the shape of that chob, we get different answers to questions.
I know you're lying.
No, you don't.
What do you mean I don't? That was the most obvious. Anyway, what were you doing last night?
I was in
Uh-oh.
painting our nails.
That's no good. Can I see your nails?
No, I mean, yeah, I've already cleaned it off.
Uh-huh.
a homeless lady named Bethany. Bethany had lived a life of addiction,
I have
survived
no
on a
idea
steadily
why
dwindling income from prostitution
it
as
falls
age,
like
drugs,
that.
and street life took their toll on her market value.
That's another one. Can
Until she
imagine
ended
with
up in the clutches of the entity in an empty penthouse lair. And the entity had
intro.
devoured her and taken her form.
So, Rain.
You must be a new guest. Or you're burglaring us. I'm Rain, by the way.
I'm Sam.
Pleased to meet you, Sam. Enjoy your stay. The hot water goes off at 9, by the way, so it's cold showers from there on in. It really bugs me.
Great. So, did they actually shake his hand or what? Anyway. What do you know about Dorota?
I didn't know her. I know she was called Dorota Shaw. She was young, had red hair, a talented musician.
Do you have any connection to Dorota at all?
No, not at all. You're completely barking up the wrong tree there.
Wow. Well, that's what the killer would say.
Spoken like the true killer, posing as a detective, trying to frame someone else for the murder.
Nice try. How did you predict the murder?
We did a reading. A group reading, actually. With a special tarot deck.
What's a group reading?
The three of us get together and read the same cards. Bronwyn says it makes the whole thing stronger or more powerful or something. But I'm pretty sure I'd get the same answers just on my own.
Know about the special tarot deck?
Mercury? It's not exactly from here. With a normal tarot deck, you'd have the question, so you'd be the querent. With Mercury, it gives you the question and the answer. The cards themselves kind of change. It's a special deck.
Kind of change? Can I see the Mercury tarot?
I don't have it at the moment. Bronwyn has it.
What were you doing last night?
I was in my room. Praying, actually. I don't believe in God, but I was still praying. It didn't work.
What do you believe in then?
I don't believe in anything. But I also believe anything is possible, so... it's a conundrum.
Very well.
Which may have been precisely the point. How about something to
Okay,
eat,
so I
I
guess
said.
this is when I go to
Find
my
somewhere
room.
safe to transition. You're not a superhero.
Well, this is as safe as it could get, I guess, unless somebody decides to enter my room. So one of these two, or probably both, is lying, and then he was in his room, she doesn't remember, and he has surveillance on his side, presumably. Oh, he probably does. Let's see. I guess.
Hi, I'm Bronwyn. I'm Bronwyn.
Bronwyn. Slave
With the
and
glass walls like a fish
go
tank.
speak to
Where the city
Lexi.
sleeps
Is
below,
she? Seems kinda
unaware.
nervous like.
Ron, are you okay?
I'm not okay.
Um,
I'm okay.
Yep.
Good. It's not our fault this stuff happens. We're just the messengers.
We've seen a lot of stuff.
Are you asking me or telling me? Yes, we've seen a lot of stuff. You seem weird. Just go and regroup or something, then come back and make me feel better about myself.
From inside the closet.
Okay. Then I'll turn to Lexi.
Hi, I'm Lexi. I'm Lexi.
Seems like can skip this phase as well.
It sort of
Or
looks
at
like
least
a
not the
whisper.
first time around.
Yeah, that's part.
What's up, Lexi? I'm sensing something's on your mind.
I'm worried about our alibi.
Oh, here we go.
Don't worry about that. We don't have anything to hide. You're just fine.
Do you think Sam suspects?
Maybe, but it'll be difficult to prove.
Suspects what?
After a sudden sinkhole and the
What the heck?
graveyard exposed the well's contents.
I have nothing else, so
That sounds
might as
awful.
well try everyone else.
Hello, Lexi. What can I do for you?
Please don't ask us to leave. Please don't ask us to leave.
Should I really say that though? I don't think she's mentioned that to them.
She
I'm
said.
gonna leave.
Then she cut off her face in front of me. It took a lot of effort with the butter knife, alternately plunging and trying to saw. A curtain of blood ripped under her chin.
He removed his face
Caught
in
her
front of
still
me,
smiling
and
now,
under it
as
was
part
his
of her
face
head
again.
tipped forward.
Right?
Something's weird, isn't it? Ron seems strange today.
How are you?
Do you think Bronwyn might get falsely imprisoned? It happens all the time.
Are you looking to take over?
No. I'm just worried.
Consciousness. Your wardens have long
Okay,
since
I don't
forgotten
think
you.
speaking to
Free
Chief
yourself.
as her would be very fruitful.
When I use
Hi, I'm Bronwyn.
I must set free.
You're listening
Oh,
to
I
Radio
didn't
Office.
visit
Dark Nights with Poe and Monroe.
the boyfriend.
Vanessa,
It's,
read by Tex Murphy.
oh my
The
god.
hole in her chest is the size of a cigarette. I can see straight through it from where I sit, even with the smoke trails from my gun. 6 weeks of cheating husbands and damsels in distress. That's what it took to pay for that alpaca couch she's bleeding out on. I've done a bad thing, and it's only Wednesday. Her name was Vanessa Quinn, and she was an onomat, or so she said. I'm not sure I believe they exist. Even now, if she was an onomat, she wasn't anymore. She told me to shoot her, so I did. Onomats are supposed to have that power. They tell you to do something, and then you can't resist. Except I think I shot her because I wanted to. It's a long story. Bang, bang, bang. The office door shook with the knocking from outside. What a time for company. Had I been set up? I'd shot Vanessa, and now I was literally holding a smoking gun about to get caught. Wait a minute, I called towards the door. Think. Quickly pulling out the desk drawers, I searched for some kind of solution. A pretzel, a postcard, a pair of pickle-shaped cufflinks. And there it is, in the bottom drawer, the patchwork quilt Mom sent me over 2 Christmases ago. I was never going to see any other kind of action, so I throw it over Vanessa's body and open the door. It's almost too late before I realize I'm still holding the gun. But I quickly stuff it down the back of my pants. Hot. Officer Peters looks me up and down.
Wow.
She's hot too, but not as hot as the gun in the back of my pants. I wince. Yes, officer. We've had a report of gunshots coming from this building. Didn't hear a thing, I tell her, smiling sheepishly. Mind if I take a look around? Oh, not at all, I say, letting her through. Her tour of the office takes about 5 seconds. 5 solar seconds. And then she finds nothing. Something catches her eye. She runs her fingers across the back of my couch. Alpaca. I nod, worriedly. She nods appreciatively. Mind if I try? I protest as she sits down, but it's too late. She's definitely sitting on Vanessa's bleeding body. She's armed, so I'll need to be quicker, or maybe run. The window, I could jump, say 20 flights. It's soft, she says. It's then I realize Vanessa's body's gone. Just the throw remains. Still stroking the couch, she continues. Why do you keep the quilt on it? I'm in shock. It can get pretty dirty, I reply. Oh, I'll bet it does, she winks. So, I was wrong. Apparently the quilt could have some action after all, but not tonight. There was a corpse walking around somewhere, and it didn't have many places to hide. Officer Peter sighs. I'll get going then. Heading for the door, she turns around one last time. Be careful, she whispers. I'm really not supposed to say this, but the chief thinks there's an onomat on the loose, and when they get in your head, you can't get them out. Well, if I hear something, I'll let you know. No, you don't want to hear anything, not from an onomat. If you find one, shoot it. That's the only way to deal with them. That's how we deal with them. With that, she's gone. I shut the door firmly behind her and retrieve the gun firmly behind me. Believe me now? I know that voice. I turn and see Vanessa upright on the couch, just like before I shot her. I believe you, I say, looking at my gun, but I just shot you. You didn't shoot me, she smiles. I told you to think that you'd shot me, and you did. So, my alpaca couch, I ask hopefully. Oh, the gunshot's real. The alpaca took it in the chest. I grimace. 6 weeks wasted. I knew I had a reason for wanting her dead. I point the gun at her and sneer. What do you want from me? I want you to help me make more onomats. I lower the gun. You mean like, babies? No, silly. I mean like this. She curls a finger to beckon me over. Come here. I move towards her, because I wanted to. It's your lucky day, she says. Yeah, you know what? She was right. I just got away with murder. It's my lucky day, I say. She places a softly scented palm on my forehead and whispers, because you're an onomat now. Yeah, because I'm an onomat now. She kisses me on the cheek and gives me a gentle push. Now, go and tell the chief.
Welcome to Poe's Curiosity Shop.
Alright, well.
Today I've brought in a really cool object.
Kind
So
of
what
longish.
might this be?
Alright, let's
Well,
move on.
Definitely.
Bron,
rain.
something doesn't feel right. I don't know what exactly, but it's not right.
Thoughts on Dorota?
Well, it's hard to say with just one victim. Musical talent, red hair. If there's another, there will be a pattern. Do you think it's another right?
A right?
As in the same thing we were chasing after in Birmingham? I suppose it doesn't really matter. Just have to try and stop it.
Stop it?
Well, there is no way of leaving here, so I have to pick one of these. We have to stop it. How are we stopping it? I guess since she's supposed to know about Birmingham.
Stop it?
I guess.
Yes, stop it. If it's a traveller killing things.
Traveller?
He might get a little bit suspicious here, so I guess I'm gonna delete. Oh.
If it follows the same pattern as Birmingham, we're looking at 2 more victims.
Alright.
Particularly interesting one. So this is coming from Marek, and they say...
Is there something I can help with, Miss Castle?
I hope we're not being too much trouble.
It's okay if I say that, I guess.
It's very brave of you to tell the chief that Dorota will be murdered and then stick around afterwards. I'd have run for sure.
You strike me as someone braver than that.
Why would I run?
Why would I run?
You're prime suspect, aren't you? You look strong enough to strangle another woman. Even if you're innocent, a jury would probably convict you.
Even if I'm innocent?
Seems like I cannot ask all the questions that are presented to me on every slide, so
You look strong enough to strangle another woman too. Even if I'm innocent?
let's send that.
My mind's not made up. I just don't understand why you'd broadcast your victim before you did it.
What? No.
That's exactly right. So what the typo refers to is actually the balance in your
Anyway.
mind. Now, you were exactly spot on actually about the sharks being something negative, but in this case, the sharks actually refer to the negative people that are in your life. So, what I think from what you said about your dream.
Go back to Sam. Sam, I'm Sam.
If you stop doing everything that you do, you'd attract you'd attract their attention.
It's 6 o'clock and you're listening to Radio August. Police investigating the murder of Dorota Shaw are appealing to the community to help catch her killer. The body of 21-year-old Miss Shaw, an accomplished cellist, was found in her home last night. Police are describing the murder as a violent and despicable act. Monroe?
It's just terrible. Meanwhile, out of respect for the victim and her family, this weekend's Tulip Festival has been postponed. New dates will be announced shortly, so do stay tuned to Radio August for updates.
I heard Dorota Shaw was due to play this weekend.
At the Tulip Festival?
Indeed. I understand why they'd want to postpone it. Tonight the weather will be mostly dry and warm, but be on the lookout for dark clouds on the horizon, as there may be scattered showers. Best take an umbrella, Monroe, so you don't get wet.
I like getting wet. That's 6 o'clock with Poe and Monroe.
Wow. Okay then. So I can't go and speak to the boyfriend. I guess I will be able to do so in the next chapter. I kinda wanted to raise the two girls.
He's bronze.
I'm gonna
lion dog.
stay on this one.
With wings.
Yeah, I can only visit the chief and the guest.
One of the pair originally donated to August Public Library by Lord Worthing, but later sold to raise funds.
In that case...
Hello, I'm Rain.
Evil.
Oh, wow.
That's what can happen.
Visit Brown first.
Have you met the new detective yet? We're basically under 24-hour surveillance now.
Do you think Sam's onto us?
Onto what exactly?
The real reason we're here.
I don't know about all these, I guess.
The real reason we're here.
Sam's not a mind reader. At least I don't think so. Just try not to let anything slip.
Glasses.
Okay.
Cowering in the closet, peering through the crack.
Oops. Never mind.
If it moved on, maybe escape was...
Rain, I'm so worried about Bronwyn. What are we going to do?
Why are you worried about Bronwyn?
Yeah, exactly.
The chief thinks she killed Dorota.
Maybe she did kill Dorota.
Would they know? I think that's pushing it a little bit. She might respond as, "You're just joking" or whatever, but I guess I'll delete it just in case. Oh.
Just undulations of hair or clothes.
Okay,
subtle
and
morphing.
Violet?
Scales, briefly.
Nothing.
But again, becoming cloth.
Alright, I guess I can become Violet and go talk to everyone, and I can become the chief. Yeah, I'm gonna become the chief.
Hi, Hi, I'm Chief DuPont.
That way I will have to throw outside of the guest house.
Camouflage. Playing with the images and thoughts all called from its victims.
Who knows whether you've made the right decision or not, Claude?
How's Bronwyn been?
Overly nice. She's covering her tracks well if she has anything to hide.
What was it I asked you to do again?
You just told me to report back to you if I noticed anything suspicious. Good grief, Claude, you're a bit young to be losing your marbles already.
What were you doing last night?
Claude, we've been through this. I honestly don't remember. I checked my diary and there's no entry, so I was probably here, as always.
How can you not remember, Violet?
It's probably because of the pills or something. Then again, that is exactly the question I wanna ask. So I'm gonna push it a little bit further and see what happens.
I don't know. Which is exactly what I said in my statement. Don't try and get me to contradict myself.
Oh, nice. Great. I didn't know that one was
Living or dead.
written like
These
that.
things were all alien to it and meaningless.
Or it was just a coincidence, but
Its
I
present
guess
form was an approximation
was,
of its first victim. A homeless lady named Bethany.
it was not a
Bethany
coincidence.
had lived a life of addiction, survived on a
Some of the
steadily dwindling
chief-
income.
Chief
So-
DuPont, what a pleasant surprise. I think we've covered just about everything twice over, but if you think I'm hiding something...
Who are you really, Bronwyn Castle?
Does it bother you, Chief DuPont, knowing there are things in this world that aren't black and white? You don't know what to file me under, and that makes you uncomfortable. Or perhaps you've already made up your mind about me. Why don't you tell me who you think I am?
You're a con artist.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with that.
I haven't asked anyone for a penny.
Alright.
Spidery fingers wrenched open my jaw. Fingers with far too many...
Good evening, Chief DuPont.
Dorota's family, what does the tarot say about them?
Ooh. Two really good questions. Which one do I want to ask the most? I guess
Bronwyn
this.
ever been arrested?
Not since I've met her. She's a lawful good type character. If you play D&D.
Lexi ever been in trouble with the police?
No. Not to my knowledge. She's sweet and innocent. Or haven't you picked up on that yet?
Dorota's family, what does the tarot say about them?
Oh, look at that.
I can do a reading if you want.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's the Five of Cups. It talks about loss and dealing with that loss. I don't think you need a tarot reader to interpret that one.
How convenient.
Observed her the bag lady as I went, and relayed my thoughts to the
And
worm.
let's see.
Oh, Chief Inspector, you gave me a shock. What is it? What have I done?
Tell me about Bronwyn. What were you doing last night?
Dang. Well, sometimes I can ask everything, sometimes I can't. I wish I knew.
What were you doing last night?
Nothing. I mean, I was here all night. This cat's on a Bron can vouch for me.
Tell me about Bronwyn.
Okay.
She's an Aquarius. Her favourite colour is green. What else do you need to know?
Is she your leader?
Oh, so these ones that don't have
Is she your leader?
an arrowhead or whatever it is.
Is she your leader?
Well, I will have to choose like one of these three.
Has she killed before? Are you prepared to go to jail for her?
That's kind of pushing it.
Is she your leader? Has she killed before?
I don't know. I cannot really evaluate the importance of any of these questions. I'm gonna say this.
No, and she hasn't killed this time. Nice try though.
Why are you here in August?
Well, it's not for the nightlife, I can tell you that. This is where the cards told us to go. I guess you could call it destiny.
Do you know anyone here?
No, I can honestly swear I don't know any Augustives? Augustonians? Augustins until we got here.
And we went to the top floor of that building, to the empty penthouse layer, to the room bathed in blue light.
Alright, and Violet.
Hello, I'm Violet. I'm Violet.
I think I spoke to Violet
and changed forms. And the
I don't
screen
remember
flashed
what
in just
she
a moment,
said.
maybe a fraction of a second, before
You don't trust me, do you, Violet? Is it because I read tarot? Why don't you let me pull a card for you?
No, thank you.
I think she would say no thank you, but I'm gonna say okay.
Great. What do you want to know about?
The murder.
My love life. These are all pretty good. This could make her a little bit suspicious, I guess, but it doesn't matter since they know that it's me asking them. Think about Sam. Let's see what she says.
Ah, the moon. A
The
card
what?
of illusion and deception. It shines, but really it's just a dusty old rock. Seems there's more to our detective friend than meets the eye.
Did you sleep well last night?
Well, well, well.
Did you?
Yes, thank you.
I didn't see you yesterday evening.
Ooh. And she's gonna say, neither did I see you. Probably.
I stayed in my room. You can ask Lexi. That reminds me, I think I found a book of yours. It's called He Came Through the Shadows.
What makes you think it's mine?
Huh?
Your name's written on the inside cover.
Oops. Leave.
An experience for the
Leave immediately.
Mrs. Gallagher, an unexpected pleasure.
How long are you planning to be here?
In town? I really don't know. Until the tarot tells us to leave. Or you kick us out, obviously.
How did you know Dorota was going to die?
Well, that's...
How did you know Dorota was going to
I was
die?
gonna say we did a reading.
Why do you think the police suspect Bronwyn?
This is the question that I haven't had answered so far, I guess.
Now that's a very good question. Logically speaking, you'd assume all three of us were in on it.
Yep.
Or none of us.
Very, very
okay.
lucky I was not
nice
connected
evasion.
with the police manhunt after the body was found.
Hello, Violet. Is everything okay? Ignore the mess. I was just going to tidy it up.
Did you have a pleasant evening last night?
Great, thanks. The room's really lovely.
But you weren't in this room, were you?
Let's see what happens.
Oh no, was I sleepwalking again? I haven't done that since... for ages. I didn't come into your room, did I?
No.
I don't know. Let's say no.
Oh, thank God. I'll try not to let it happen again.
Oh, you're not suspicious at all.
Takeaway kebabs and dog meat curries, the few bedraggled tarts standing
Alright,
doorways all bring
I
their
wanna
tawdry
speak to the
charms without
chief.
What's going on, Violet? Is everything okay?
Yes, I'm okay.
No, let's say that I'm not. See what happens.
No, I'm not okay.
What's the matter?
The new detective's acting strangely.
Oh.
I think I might be the killer. I don't feel safe.
I don't feel safe. Why would she possibly say that? The new detective's acting strangely. Yeah, I'm gonna say that.
The new detective's acting strangely.
Maybe he'll spill some more info.
That's to be expected. I told Sam to do whatever it takes to get the job done. Maybe strange is one of those things. Off you go. I'm being subtle. I don't want to see you back here, okay? You got anything to report, give me a call. Any problems, talk to Danny. Danny, remember?
Danny?
Yeah, who's Danny? Let's say she doesn't remember.
We just talked about this. I said I'd post somebody this morning, and I did. Then I told you it was Danny. Take the pills, Violet. Take the pills.
At least I knew what to do when the drink started. I was able to prepare, get some clothes together, do a bit of reconnaissance. I couldn't count on being so lucky a second time.
Awfully open
Still
with
tore my
her.
head apart when the beast came through.
Alright, I guess well, I could try this combo again. See what they say about each other.
Simply cannot afford to have anyone around when the beast wakes. Casual relationships have foundered on this.
You have anything to tell me? No?
Heard more than a few times. It's true.
What
And of
about
course
you? No. Oh.
Mercury? Sure. I'll just get it. It feels a bit sacrilegious just spreading it out to show you. It doesn't really answer questions, it more asks them. Do you want it to ask you a question, Sam?
Sure.
It wants to know if you're happy being the person you are now.
That's a great question. I don't really know much about that. Seems like I was kind of forced to do this, but I didn't have that many negatory answers, so it's probably what I'm supposed to do, and I agreed to it. Who knows? I'm gonna say not really, see what happens.
Mercury agrees with you.
Really?
It's nice that you're being honest with me and with yourself.
Okay.
Leaning forward.
So maybe I just want some of
Slayer
the
quivers
trust.
with anticipation within me. Hey, mate. You got a light? What?
Hi, Hi, I'm Chief DuPont.
What if I speak to her again? Oh, no.
Hello, I'm Violet.
Go back.
I'm Violet.
Hi, I'm Chief DuPont.
Yeah, nobody can
Fuck
hear
you.
me.
Give me the money. He pulls
Okay.
out the knife from inside his jacket. 8 inches.
Alright.
Big enough to skewer an elephant. And I'm relieved.
Nobody hears me speaking to myself in my room. Oh,
Here, come
great.
through. Ringside seat as the
Okay.
Terminator or Bruce Lee or Mike Tyson or...
Would I have any good reason to speak to Rain and Sam? Because I kind of forgot. Let's say not.
Hi, I'm Bronwyn.
Larnax, as the left reaches the knife from his,
Nothing
he turned his
new.
head away to avoid the spray and feel his neck break under my hand. The beast drinks in his...
Hi, I'm Lexi. Oh, I'm Lexi.
The broken body crumbles in my grasp.
Please don't ask us to leave.
Oh, this is the stuff I had
The
with
body away,
her.
expecting it to flutter in the air, the torn wrapper of a toothsome morsel.
Bronwyn. Nothing.
The ecstasy fades.
Okay, what if
Calling me
I
to the coldness of the...
become Rain and go speak with Bronwyn about Birmingham?
I'm Rain.
Possibly.
A thin drizzle mists the street light. I pull my hood closer, seeking anonymity, meeting no eyes as I... So full of people, none of them knowing and almost...
I wonder what happens if I go to the chief.
As I wait in the rain.
Rain, I'm busy. You gonna turn yourself in?
Yeah. No.
And you're wasting my time.
The paranoid wait to see if they're going to catch me this time. I pay the driver and head for the back of the bus, sit by a window and watch London go by as through the grimy glass.
Hail a cab. The
Safe
next
home at last.
chapter.
A one-bedroom flat in the most...
It's 6 o'clock and you're listening to Radio August. Police investigating the murder of Dorota Shaw are appealing to the community to help catch her killer. The body of 21-year-old Miss Shaw, an accomplished cellist, was found in her home last night. Police are describing the murder as a violent and despicable act. Monroe.
It's just terrible. Meanwhile, out of respect for the victim and her family, this weekend's Tulip Festival has been postponed. New dates will be announced shortly, so do stay tuned to Radio August for updates.
I heard Dorota Shaw was due to play this weekend.
At the Tulip Festival?
Indeed. I understand why they'd want to postpone it. Tonight the weather will be mostly dry and warm, but be on the lookout for dark clouds on the horizon, as there may be scattered showers. Best take an umbrella, Monroe, so you don't get wet.
I like getting wet. That's 6 o'clock with Poe and Monroe.
I guess you can skip that one. Wait, what? Didn't I just click on next chapter?
Do this. It had been a good
There we
while
go.
since the last.
Who are you?
Who are you? I'm a shapeshifting detective. I'm Sam. The show's hired me to investigate the murder.
Right, because the local police are so rubbish. It's been a day, a whole day. It's typical of them.
Did you see the rota yesterday?
Yeah, I went round there in the afternoon. Her parents were at work, and we were, hanging out. I left at about 5.
Where were you at 9 PM last night?
Playing football. It was just 5-a-side. Finished at about 9:30. I called her, but she never picked up.
What can you tell me about the Rota's parents?
Not much. They always seemed happy to see me. I don't think they meant it. They wanted Dorota to focus on her music.
How long were you dating Dorota?
Not long, a couple of months maybe. We did care for each other.
Was she seeing anyone else?
No. Why?
Just asking. Ooh. Well, she said she was gossiping, so... So this like I'm kind of accusing you if you were saying she saw nobody else, and I don't know what this could mean. Like, how would Violet know for sure? Was she jealous, maybe? Let's see what happens. Violet at the guest house called her slutty.
Violet Gallagher? What's it got to do with her? Bitch. Mind you, it's not exactly damning, coming from someone as frigid as her.
You don't like her?
I don't really have anything to do with her. Don't like her now.
Is it possible the killer was hiding in Dorothea's room?
What, you mean watching us? That's disturbing. No, it couldn't have been. The only place he could have hidden would be in the closet, and I suppose someone could have hidden in the closet.
Must be a big closet.
Yeah, it's big enough for 2 people to have sex in.
What?
On all fours.
Wow. Dorota liked to experiment?
She had a few kinks, nothing weird.
Just kinks?
Yeah, a band from the 60s. I'm not discussing this with you.
Okay. What was in the closet?
Clothes, mainly. I did see something that freaked me out a bit. She had a wedding dress in there. She knew I'd seen it, but we never talked about it. Not even as a joke.
Why did that freak you out? Too
Unfastening my
scared?
seatbelt and making myself open the card.
Any more news on Oscar Wainwright?
Oscar was playing football last night, or at least he says so.
Yep, that's what he told me too. Not a suspect.
Who's on your suspect list?
Just the tarot readers. No one else is remotely suspicious compared to them.
I'd add Violet.
Got any reason for saying that?
She doesn't know where she was Monday night.
I'll look into it.
And what do we know?
Rain says he was praying in his room, alone. Nobody corroborates. Bronwyn and Lexi say they were in the same room last night. Shame they can't agree which one. The tarot readers mentioned Birmingham. You're looking into it. There's some talk about a traveller, whatever that is. Oscar's not a suspect. He was playing football last night with lots of witnesses. According to Oscar, Dorota had a wedding dress in her closet, which is strange. Violet says she doesn't remember last night, but I've got that in hand. That's it.
How do you got that in
Her
hand?
chest rise and fall. She was breathing. Short and shallow breaths, but she was breathing. I looked her over. Her face was
I know how
partially
to
covered
pull out
in
the
blood.
information from the
I
figures.
clasped my hand over hers,
And-
reassuring her as she lightly squeezed my hand. I spoke
Yeah,
to her.
Rain had no alibi.
Hang on. I'm going to call for help. Just please,
The
don't talk.
dress, the coin.
I tried to stay calm as I pulled.
Do you think Oscar killed Dorota?
Vicar's son? No, as far as I can tell, Oscar is a good boy. But we've all got different faces now, haven't we, Sam?
Different faces?
The masks we wear. I could be a satanic cultist behind closed doors, but you'd never know. Would you, Sam?
Not yet, anyway. Why would someone kill Dorota?
She flaunts herself. Her body.
You mean
Her
flaunted?
boudoir photographs taken. Who do you think those photos were for, Sam? Her mother?
Sounds like you know a lot about Dorota.
Not really, just gossip.
Oh,
Apparently
another
she went to
gossip.
have some portrait photos done and started stripping off. Weston's photographic. Zach Weston. He'll get himself into trouble one of these days.
Why trouble?
If you keep taking pictures of pretty girls in their underwear, somebody's going to get upset.
Tell me about Zach Weston.
Zach's the local photographer. You should go and talk to him, Sam. You're good at talking.
Well, maybe I will. You know where he is?
At Weston's photographic? Off the high road? It's late, but he's always there.
How do you know that?
I have a good memory. I'm still holding grudges from when I was 4.
The car was there. It was pristine. It was just a...
Oh, now I have the option to press them. Okay. Lexi says she was in her room last night, not yours. By the way, it just struck me like this news travels really fast. Like, I didn't even mention all of my discoveries to the chief, but he already knew about them. That's awesome.
Oh, she gets easily confused. Youth of today.
Bronwyn, tell me the truth.
Fine. Jeeve Dupont was breathing down our necks, so we thought it would be simpler if we stuck together. If these walls weren't separating our rooms, then technically it'd be true.
Uh-huh. Why did you lie about your alibi?
To protect Lexi. None of this is her fault, and she gets anxious easily. I was just trying to take the pressure off. I'm sorry, Sam. I never usually lie.
What were you doing in your room?
I was logged into Tarotasm. It's a phone reading service, and I get paid by the minute. Which, now that I'm saying it, it's not something I really should be bragging about.
Do you know Dorothy's boyfriend? I really wish I could ask about Reina's room, damn it.
Yes, he came to see me. He wanted to know that she was okay, spiritually speaking.
You contacted Dorothy's spirit?
No, I wouldn't know how. I'm a tarot reader, not a medium. Maybe I should have pretended, though. Made up some fake message from her to give him some comfort.
But you just told me you don't lie. Usually. Why didn't you make up a fake message? That's a great question.
You lie once, and you just have to keep going, don't you?
Do you?
It's not good, I'm afraid. Cough. Cough. Coughing up blood, the girl gurgles out a shriek and raises up from the dais. Although it may be, whispers Lung, before hanging up the phone. He steps backwards wearily, brandishing a revolver at the girl, and calls out, "Hey, you!" And then more worriedly, "Who are you?" Looking down at her semi-naked, blood-drenched body, the girl sighs and turns her attention to Lung. "Did you murder her?" Lung squirms a little. Cough. Cough. Cough.
Oh, that's a lot of
A lot
coughs.
of people wanted Zoe dead.
Yeah,
I did them a favor.
Visit Rain?
Sam, what can I do for you?
Where were you before August?
Birmingham. We couldn't save anyone there either. The problem with travellers is...
What now?
Well, let's put a pin in this one, Sam.
Yeah, let's. Birmingham, travelers?
Let me ask Bronwyn. If she says it's okay to talk about it, it's okay to talk about it.
Ah. Okay. How did you get Dorothy's name from the tarot?
We didn't. Lexi used a Ouija board to get the name.
A Ouija board?
It's Lexi's thing. I don't personally go near them, but in this case, it did help.
Couldn't you use the Ouija on its own?
No. Lexi needs to give it context from the tarot reading. A lot of the time, it comes up with nothing. Or a sordid comment directed at Lexi. I think that's why she keeps using it, to be honest.
Tell me more about the Ouija board.
Once we thought there was going to be a murder, Lexi used the Ouija board to find out the victim's name. It spelled out the rota.
How does this work?
Just... This is going to sound weird. Most people believe Ouija boards contact the dead. So if Lexi contacts a dead person, that person needs to know what happens in the future. Ergo, maybe the person she's contacting is from the future. A time traveller who died here.
Huh? Time travel is real?
Yes. Well, not just time travel, time and space travel is also possible. If we accept the fact there are multiple realities, we must also accept there are others like us who found a way to travel between these realities.
Lexi mentioned you were here to do a job.
We're trying to save people.
Wow. Do I want to hit him with that? Yeah, sure, why not? Well, it's not working.
I said we're trying. We have a gift. We have Mercury, the tarot. It tells us where bad things are going to happen, and we try and stop them.
Okay.
They're as easy as walking down the street past the tree.
Lexi?
Hi Sam, back from war already?
Did you know Dorota's boyfriend?
No, I think Bronwyn met him though.
Bronwyn met him, that's right. When?
This morning. He only wanted to see her. I guess he didn't want anyone else to hear what he had to say.
Why did you lie about your alibi?
I didn't. How did you find out? Am I in trouble?
That depends on why you lied.
Ron was worried about me not having an alibi. She was logged in doing phone readings, so she's alright. But there's nothing to prove that I was here. I was though, cross my heart and hope to die.
Tell me about your Ouija board.
Oh, it's just your run-of-the-mill spirit communication device. Want to know how it works?
Sure, let's hear it.
Cool, okay. So Ouija boards send us messages from the spirit world, right? But where is the spirit world? I mean, there's planets and stars in space. The spirit world must be really far away beyond all that.
Come on.
With so far to travel, messages from the spirit world must take ages to get here. Like how light from the sun takes 8 minutes or something to reach us. You still with me?
You don't know if that is true. Come on. Yes, but the emotion wasn't hooked on your every word.
Oh, you're sweet. Where was I? Oh, so here's my point. The spirit world is actually several hours ahead of us. That's how we get messages about things that haven't happened yet. That's how we got Dorota's name. Because in the spirit world, she was already dead.
Wow.
I know, mind-blowing.
Tell me about the Traveler.
Traveller? That's a really old role-playing game, isn't it?
Rain told me all about it.
Oh, did he now? Well then, you know what I know. I guess you must be a part of our inner circle. How does it feel?
No! I didn't work. She didn't fry under the pressure.
All humans don't want to die, but more than that, humans don't want to be in pain.
Can I
So
visit
she succumbed.
Rowan, maybe? Tell me about the witch board.
It's Lexi's.
I was
I like to
hoping
think it works the way most metaphysical things work.
for a permission about the
Energy.
What metaphysical things?
Tarot cards, runes, Ouija boards. They're just devices for asking questions and receiving answers. But energy is what powers them.
Yeah. And the bottle opened in her hands. It'll be over.
Alright.
It's 7 o'clock, and here's the latest August update. Chief DuPont of August Police is urging residents to be vigilant tonight following the brutal murder of 21-year-old Dorota Shaw. Whilst he stresses there is no immediate threat to the community at large, residents should be on the lookout until the killer is in police custody. Miss Shaw was found strangled in her bedroom home last night. Poe, I heard she was found by her mother.
Truly awful. Mother caught me up to all sorts of mischief in my bedroom. Also in the news, emergency services were called to the crossroads at Grange Avenue and Church Street following a collision between two cars. There are no reports of any serious injuries, but you might want to take a different route for now.
Oh no. It's going to be one of those nights, Poe.
Stay with me, doll. I'll keep you safe.
I'm not going anywhere. That's 7 o'clock with Poe and Monroe.
I cannot talk to Zach yet. Crap. Alright then.
And they made it so easy. They paraded her face on posters, told her tragic story, painted the town red with her hair and her blood, satiate.
Your ability isn't endless. It will run out at some point.
It will? I'll take my chances. Yeah, I'll turn into her and visit Oscar.
Hi, I'm Bronwyn. I'm Bronwyn.
See what happens.
It wasn't hard to make the boy listen after the first bell. No one would go to your funeral.
Didn't expect you to come back. Have you contacted Dorota?
Come back?
No.
Oh, so you've just come to see me?
I'm sorry the police ignored our prediction. I'm sorry.
It's okay, just... How did you know? How did you come up with a name and then she's gone?
She's not gone. She's waiting to pass. How could someone even get into Dorota's bedroom?
That's an interesting segue.
The usual way? The front door. Like, it's a townhouse and she's on the 3rd floor. So, other than teleporting or a big ladder, that's the only way.
Do you get on with Dorota's family?
Not really. Especially not now. They're convinced I got her into the wrong crowd or something. Am I really a bad influence?
Yes. No.
Thanks, Bronwyn. I know it's a bit soon, but maybe we can grab coffee sometime? Just to chat about things.
Yes, that would be nice.
Just chat. What if she doesn't want to see him? I guess I'll say no thanks.
Well, if you change your mind, I'll be here. On my own.
Fine. Coffee sometime.
Oh wow, I have one more chance. Set this up. What's up with this? And how can I make it work? Coffee sometime. I guess I'll stick to my side.
Feeling the pressure that they maybe have not attended
See what
to
happens.
their family
Wasn't
as
achieved,
they
no
wanted to,
thanks.
as the family had wanted to.
Well, Poe, if I'm honest, you are quite right.
I thought
That
this is
the
valid.
situation.
Anything new?
I'm truly sorry about Dorota.
Why would you say that?
I didn't see you here last night.
What are you implying?
It's just suspicious.
I didn't even know the girl. You predicted her murder. Who's more suspicious?
I'm truly sorry about Dorota.
Why would you say that? Let's see.
I didn't really know her. I saw her pictures in the newspaper. Can't remember what for right now.
You're not alone. There are so many of us that go through situations like this, so similar to yours, but please don't hesitate.
You can tell Sam about Birmingham. What did you tell the police you were doing last night?
I told them the truth, that I was in my room. I'm not sure if they can fact check it, but it's the only alibi I've got. Kind of wish we'd all stuck together now.
Why should we do another reading? The police think it's me, don't they?
Looks that way. Have you been feeling possessed lately?
Why possessed? Why possessed?
You're kidding, right?
You can tell Sam about Birmingham.
Okay, that was an interesting facial expression right there at the end.
Well, what can I tell Sam that you haven't already?
You know Sam likes a fact check.
I don't really know Sam. But if you're sure, then I guess I'm sure.
Okay, that's
It was
about
that
that.
with people hugging, but most people think.
Bron, I'm so glad you're here. We need to talk.
We do?
Is something wrong?
No one can hear us, right? I mean, I'm assuming this room isn't bugged, although knowing Violet, there's probably cameras everywhere.
You think Violet's a voyeur? You think Violet's a voyeur?
Probably. I don't know. She has that look about her, don't you think? Like she knows something she's not letting on. I wouldn't be surprised if there's cameras hidden in the wardrobe.
What have you got to hide?
I guess I should check my wardrobe. By the way, why would she mention the wardrobe specifically?
Nothing. Though I'd rather she didn't see me dancing around in my underwear. I only do that for people I love.
Do you love me?
Why would she ask that? I guess, why not?
Of course I do, Bron. See? I hope you enjoyed that, Violet. Listen, we need to talk about our alibi.
What about it?
What about our alibi?
I know you said it would be better if we said we were together, but lying about your alibi, that's pretty serious. Are you sure it was a good idea?
We should do whatever it takes.
You're acting like we've got something to hide. Bron, is there something you're not telling me? Why'd you ask me to lie? Were you really in your room all night?
Yes.
I'm not sure anymore. Was she? I mean, everyone else says so. Let's say yes.
Then stop with the cloak and dagger stuff, alright?
Okay.
times, but then they're realizing they're doing it themselves.
You know, poet.
Turn to Lexi, maybe.
Hi, I'm Lexi. I'm Lexi.
I also meant to turn into Oscar and go speak with Bronwyn, see what's going on there.
The repression of emotion, and then the drowning actually relates to emotional stress.
Dorota had a boyfriend.
Oscar, the guy I met this morning, the one I told you about. Yes.
What did he want?
Answers. Reassurance. Forgiveness.
Do you think he killed her?
Forgiveness?
Not considering what he asked me to do.
Monroe, you're so observant.
Didn't get much from that.
I feel sad for Oscar.
Bronwyn said to stay away from him and the family. We're drawing too much attention to ourselves. We won't be able to finish our job.
Job?
Are you wearing a wire? You know why we're here. Don't make me say it.
Say it.
Yeah, why did I have just the one option there? Come on. And now I'm gonna press him. That's gonna make him really suspicious.
Yeah,
Like a wooden bell with a large handle.
Yeah, it kind of looks like a non-functional wooden bell.
But again, let's see. No one? Oh, so the
Okay,
previous
I'm going to explain. The
conversation
reason why it's
options
heavy is in fact an
had
Egyptian maul, which was used by
go
craftsmen to
now.
carve temples.
Lost in
It's
the previous
approximately
chapter.
4,500
My
years.
room. If I turn to him, I guess I'll try it afterwards.
I'm Oscar. Is there anything else I can do?
Yes.
What I can see here are 3 small
You can go to Brahman's room, and she's gone.
attached to what looks like a square, metal square, and then it kind of looks like
Wow.
the tag you get on a zipper.
Oh, you were right
Why
about
would
the
he
metal
visit
as
the other
bronze
people?
again.
Oscar Wainwright, what a surprise.
Why did you call Dorota slutty?
Oh.
Oscar, I thought you knew about the pictures.
What pictures?
The ones where she's wearing very little. Does this not mean anything to you?
No?
They were for me. Oh no, let's say no. See what happens.
I'm sorry, Oscar. I really am. This is awful, coming from me too. I don't know much more than that. Please don't take offense. By slutty, I meant playful.
So.
I'm sorry.
Slutty? Alright. She seems kinda concerned, like.
Not necessarily
about
bad
him or
spirits.
something.
Could be good spirits.
He's
Sell that
gone.
one. There's no other use for it.
And
Thanks.
let's see. She's gone.
And we'll be back tomorrow.
What
Because
about
Curiosity Shop
she?
is now closed.
Oscar? What are you doing here?
I want to help.
I know. We've already talked about this. You said you'd get into Bronwyn Castle's room somehow and have a look around.
Why?
Oh, really?
How?
I don't know. Maybe ask if you can go around. Women like vulnerable men.
Do they?
I don't know. Do I look like vulnerable men? Just
yes.
Do whatever you have to, Oscar. I've got to concentrate on some other leads. So, you can go now.
Travels past jutting rocks and reeds. It's a calming juxtaposition to the lifeless vessel in front of him. Cough.
So
Cough.
he's
Coughing violently and
supposed to
uncontrollably.
sneak
Lung
into
adds
the
his own blood
room.
sample to the victim's. He drops a barely touched cigarette to
Somehow
the floor
that's
and
why
squishes
he
it with his
was
boot heel,
asking
wiping
for
his mouth with a
coffee
now bloodied
sometime.
sleeve. He reaches into his jacket for something. Another cigarette. Gotta find me a good one. He
So if
mumbles.
I had said yes,
After lighting up, he produces a phone from his
probably
jacket.
would have got
Hits a
caught.
speed dial number.
Maybe.
After a few rings, it's answered. Mrs. Hedges. I think I found her.
Yep. She gone.
Cough.
Oh, she
Coughing up
gone.
blood. The girl gurgles out a shriek and raises up from the dais.
Alright, just to confirm, see what the other side says.
Hi, Hi, I'm Chief DuPont.
Her semi-naked, blood-drenched body. The girl sighs and turns her attention to Lung. Did you murder her?
Chief DuPont, there's been loads of people coming around asking questions. I don't even know half of them.
Bronwyn is still prime suspect.
I know, I agree. Because she tipped you off? If I manage to get into her room, what am I looking for again?
Anything that ties her to the murder.
Okay. That sounds easier said than done, though.
Did Dorota collect coins?
What do I want to ask about that? I mean, considering I'm pretending to be the chief, you know, if he's the killer, then he would know, but then he would know I know, or he knows, so, oh, whatever. Then again, it's still kinda suspicious. And I don't get the chance to ask her very often, so might as well.
Not that I know of. She collected thimbles. She said she didn't need any. She had hard calluses on her fingers from all the cello.
Have you looked in Dorota's bedroom?
Did you have any enemies? In the bedroom. Man.
Did Dorota have any enemies?
Maybe anyone else going for a Juilliard scholarship? But other than that, not really.
Okay.
You hired? He tried to kill me. I know. As fast as I can. I love you too. Okay.
What if I turn to Sam and go back to Ray and see if he can speak to me?
She tries to resist the movement, but
speak to me about
it's too
Birmingham.
strong. It dark.
No,
She
not yet.
lets it put the cigarette to her lips and lights it. Cough. Yet Long shrugs. Gotta find me a good one.
Dreams
And nightmares.
with Poe and Monroe. So we've just had a dream come in from Lena. Well, if I'm honest, Lena, it sounds a bit of a nightmare.
Nightmares.
Firstly, thank you for writing this one in. She says, I dream that I'm in a strange house, but in the dream it's my house, and I'm discovering lots of empty rooms I'd forgotten I had. Every time I find a new room, there's another room leading off it. But then I start noticing all these holes in the room, big dark holes in the walls with bugs crawling out of them until the whole room is covered in bugs. I don't know about you, Poe, but I don't really like the sound of that very much.
That is very creepy, but it's kind of my territory. It's very Poe-esque.
Absolutely.
Different rooms, different areas, different parts of her life. They're all these different aspects of her life have holes in them. So all these different parts have issues or unresolved issues that have not been filled and have not been repaired. So I think perhaps she's experiencing issues in different aspects of her life, and it's a perpetual circle of negativity that happens in each aspect of her life. That's why she hasn't filled those holes.
Well, what I can tell you is that houses represent your soul and sense of self. So then the rooms, they represent potential.
Potential.
So you're quite correct in what you're saying about filling up different aspects of her life and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
And I think what the bugs represent are the anxieties and the fears. Now, Lena, it sounds like you're worried that you're not living up to your potential. And if I'm honest, I think you're also plagued by insecurities about your ability, perhaps, to be the person you wish you could be. But Lena, the thing is, if you can wish it, you can do it. Thank you for your dreams.
Welcome to Poe's Curiosity Shop. Today I've brought in a really cool object. So what might this be?
Well, it definitely looks like an alien. And from what I can see, it's like a alien, I suppose, with 2 alien babies. And then it's wearing a hat. And it's made of stone. They kind of look like semi-precious black eyes. They kind of look like lizards with a hat on.
Yeah, I mean, you were making a very good point there with the alien look. But it's quite an ancient object, isn't it? It's not modern.
Not at all.
This one is a sculpture that was found along with several others, similar sculptures, in a tunnel of caves in Mexico. Oh, I picked it up on eBay. It's supposed to be proof that aliens have visited our planet already, or at least Mexico.
Now that's a thought.
But, you know, I just thought it looked nice. Don't you think so?
I think it's beautiful, but slightly frightening that it's from so long ago.
To be honest, it might just have been someone imagining that that's what aliens look like. Or it could be an observation, someone actually encountering someone who looks like this.
Perhaps.
Poe's Curiosity Shop is now closed. Welcome to Poe's Curiosity Shop. So, what do we have here?
Well, this is certainly interesting. This, I would say you have to hold with 2 hands. And so I'd say it's heavy because it's made out of metal. And also there's some color on there as well. I think it's like a green. It's like green paint with some engraving on it.
Yes, what kind of situation or scene do we have depicted there? What do you think?
Well, what I think I can see is perhaps 2 people in combat.
Could be combat.
Maybe they're hugging.
It's funny that you mentioned combat first, because most people actually think this is an erotic scene. And then the second point you made was that it might be people hugging.
So I'm a Sam now.
Most people think
go visit Brain. Nope.
This is one of many painted leaden plates from the Khazars, and as such it's over 1,000 years old.
I guess
and it's not an erotic scene. It's not people hugging.
Going to the next chapter,
combat.
maybe?
It's actually a man grabbing the
Am I skipping too fast, maybe? I'm not sure. I could turn into Violet and go see Oscar, I guess.
Hello, I'm Violet.
I don't see why she would do that,
Violet.
but still.
The raw geek.
I guess it doesn't have to make sense.
Dimitri stared out into the pitch black darkness outside of his bedroom window. in this place, so far away from home. With some regret, he thought back to the day he volunteered for a top-secret project at an undisclosed location. When he had first heard those words, undisclosed location, he had assumed the location.
I changed your sheets last night, and you weren't here.
How would I know that?
That's impossible. I was in that room praying the entire time, and those sheets have definitely not been changed, I can assure you. Are you trying to frame me?
Alright, let's leave.
To avoid mirrors, in fear of catching a glimpse of him. Of a man, more akin to a ghost than any living being. But the
Well,
work kept
at
him going.
least he stuck to his story. Oops.
Others, and himself, that they were writing history here.
Funny
Unimaginable.
thing is, I can't go to Sam's room.
Dream of, much less be a part of. When he and the other scientists first arrived here, their excitement had been almost unbearable.
Alright. Well, I guess next chapter it is.
48 days. He was joined in the elevator by the other 3 members of his scientific team. Dr. Ian Remington, Dr. Hanako.
It's 7 o'clock, and here's the latest August update. Chief DuPont of August Police is urging residents to be vigilant tonight following the brutal murder of 21-year-old Dorota Shaw. Whilst he stresses there is no immediate threat to the community at large, residents should be on the lookout until the killer is in police custody. Miss Shaw was found strangled in her bedroom home last night. Poe, I heard she was found by her mother.
Truly awful. Mother caught me up to all sorts of mischief in my bedroom. Also in the news, emergency services were called to the crossroads at Grange Avenue and Church Street following a collision between 2 cars. There are no reports of any serious injuries, but you might want to take a different route for now.
Oh no. It's going to be one of those nights, Poe.
Stay with me, doll. I'll keep you safe.
I'm not going anywhere. That's 7 o'clock with Poe and Monroe.
I'll keep you safe.
The few things they had been able to ascertain about their mystifying discovery.
Alright, so Zach.
Sorry, we're closed. Come back tomorrow or make an appointment online.
No. Are you Zach Weston?
Yes. What do you want?
The Shaws had me.
The Shaws? Oh. You mean that girl who got killed? What was her name? Dorothy?
You've never met Dorota?
I see a lot of faces in my studio, but I'm not good with names. Wait. Dorota? I remember now.
You photographed Dorota?
For the August Chronicle. She won some sort of award. I remember her cello. It kept reflecting the flash and ruining the shot.
Did she come to the studio?
No, I went to her house, along with the reporter. It's better with these human interest stories to capture them in a natural habitat.
Oh. So you know where she lived?
If you asked me to drive there without my sat-nav, no.
Was that the only time you met Dorota?
No, actually, I've been running a special offer on portraits since she came in for a studio session. Wait there. As you can see, there's photos here. Her on the cello. Now this one's in colour. Beautiful hair. Oh, legs wrapped around. Another one here. Oh, hang on. Do you see what I see?
Huh? Yeah, that's a great question. What do you see? What am I missing? What do you see?
Nothing. She's just a very attractive girl. That's all.
Uh-huh. Did you take any other pictures of the rota?
What do you mean?
Violet told me.
Violet needs to mind her own business. I didn't want to mention them out of respect for the dead. You've heard of boudoir photography.
Boudoir photography?
It's all very tasteful. Boudoir photographs are all about leading the eye and letting the imagination do the work. Most photographers mess it up. It's not supposed to resemble a Victorian whorehouse.
Who did the rota get them for?
She didn't say. Her boyfriend, I assume. Would you, like to see them?
Really have an yes answer? Would I like to see them? Why would I like to see them? I really don't get it. Why do I get an option here? What is it going to mean? He says maybe for her boyfriend, so I should go ask him, I guess. You know what, yeah. Let's see what happens. Maybe? I also don't know why is it so significant if I say no. Alright, I'm gonna say yes.
As you can see, it's all very artistic. The rota was a natural. She lit up the front of the camera. Want to see the videos?
Wait, what? These facial expressions. Videos. You have videos of her? Sure, if we're going in that direction. I don't think this is really giving me any more info. That's why I thought maybe I would want to see them, but not really. Don't feel much.
Here they are. Oh, not that one. Ah. This is the one. Here you go. There's more.
Oh, they're not holding back, but no clues.
This is the stuff.
Okay, I saw something like a hole on the wall. Something. Why is she running away from you?
She's how you say acting?
Right. Okay. You're friends with Violet Gallagher?
Friends? Yes. I know Violet very well.
How well?
Violet takes it very well, actually. I like him like that. With a frosty exterior comes a soft, warm center.
So you're sleeping with her? Duh.
I'm sorry, my analogy wasn't explicit enough for you.
Just to confirm.
Yes, we have sex.
Where were you last night?
Here. I'm usually here most nights.
Any alibis? Yeah, can anyone confirm that?
Only the roof rats.
Okay.
Hello? Can you hear me? He tried again.
I
sure can't see. I think I'm blind. The breathing became heavier,
Okay,
but there was
so
no reply.
Oscar. Do you know Zach Weston?
No? Who's that?
He's a photographer.
Never heard of him.
Yeah, did Dorota show you her boudoir photos?
Her what? Boudoir photos? She sent some private photos to me by phone. Do you mean them?
Can I see them? No, I mean professional photos.
I get it now. That's why you're asking about Zach Weston.
Yeah.
Maybe I should pay him a visit.
Wait, what? Pay him a visit?
And no one be coming to help him. It was then he heard the voices again whispering to him. As the murmurs grew louder, Dimitri was almost able to make out individual words in a language wholly unknown to him, or any other man. Its harsh consonants and unearthly.
Violet. Let's talk about Zach Weston again.
Do we really have to?
He says you're sleeping together.
How vulgar. Yes, I suppose that is what he'd say. But I've never let him lay a finger on me. He says we're in a relationship, but he doesn't act like it.
He doesn't act like it?
He thinks he's irresistible to women.
Is he though?
No.
Oh, that was it.
Asked. All we had was static.
Okay, I have no idea why I have to
Dr.
make
Yutani,
this creepy.
Dimitri said with a smile,
Alright.
trying to hide his anxiety.
Bronwyn?
Sam, look, I can't talk right now. I'm doing phone readings. Gotta pay for a John somehow. Lexi's locked in till 8 too. I can sort you out afterwards, yeah?
Boring. It's just one word repeated
Okay.
over and over.
Is she
I need
though?
a cross-reference.
We've got to stop meeting like this. Seriously though, Sam, I'm working. Can't it wait? Just give me to 8, okay?
Replied Dr. Yutani. She looked at Dimitri with bewilderment.
Wayne? So, Birmingham?
Fine, Sam. Birmingham. Mercury took us to Birmingham. We didn't know what for. We never really know what for. But we turned up. It started with a girl, Ginny. She was South African. I only mention it because that was its thing.
Its thing?
Yeah. We didn't know at the time, but in hindsight, it was after South African girls. 3 to be exact. The Traveller wanted 3.
Why? Why did the Traveller want 3 victims?
You should ask Bronwyn. She's the one that knows about rights. I just know it normally involves 3, and all 3 share a common attribute.
Oh, come on. She's unavailable at the moment. Tell me about the Travelers.
I guess you might call them demons, inasmuch as they can get inside us.
Demons?
They come from other worlds.
They come from other worlds?
Kind of, yeah. Quantum physics is real, didn't you know? There are many universes. In technical terms, a traveller is a trans-dimensional being far more superior to us, inasmuch as they can choose which reality to hang out in. We just get this one.
Travelers can inhabit us?
Yes, disturbingly. It's actually a lot more complicated than that. They choose a reality/universe where they actually evolve to become the person they're possessing. So they jump in a few million years before our timelines intersect.
In simple terms?
They can't just jump into someone. It takes a few hours for that. They make the decision before they travel, which is why we can catch them.
So you think the murderer is a traveller?
Yes, probably. The tarot doesn't just sat-nav us to normal murders.
Do you know Zach Weston?
I met him yesterday, doing the rounds, looking for reading work. Actually, he did mention Dorota.
What about Dorota?
He said there was this girl he was planning to meet up with. Said she was alone every Monday night because her parents go to the cinema. Do you know what that means? It was Dorota Shaw.
It's not her. So, it's almost the person who's dreaming is trying to project onto
my
the...
own. I don't know if I speak with the chief. Probably not. Yet, at least. Oh, I can't even become Lexi or Bronwyn anymore. Shame. I guess.
I'm Zach Weston. Just sharpening my powers of persuasion.
Someone else that you have, perhaps it's something that you share and it's something that you have in common.
Zach! What are you doing here? Quick, don't let anyone see you.
Why don't you want anyone to see me?
Everyone's talking about Dorota.
Everyone's talking about Dorota.
I know. But I suppose people like that attract trouble.
People like what?
Homewreckers. Anyway, I hope you didn't just come here to talk about Dorota.
Why don't you want anyone to see me? Are you happy Dorota's dead?
I didn't say that. But we both know what Dorota was like. She practically threw herself at you.
She didn't throw herself at me. She didn't throw herself at me.
Nice. Well played, sir. Well played.
The boudoir sessions. Some girls get the wrong idea. I saw how she was looking at you. She wanted it.
You were there.
You were there? Yeah, because
you saw the photos.
Saw the photos, but that doesn't mean she can see how.
You were there.
I'm gonna say this.
No, silly. But I saw the photos.
Why don't you want anyone to see me?
What? You're the one who said we shouldn't be seen together. What are you doing here?
Whoops.
I wanted to make sure we were still okay.
What did you do? What did you say to Sam?
And cut.
And nightmares.
With Poe and Monroe. So Simeon's written in to say, I'm climbing the stairs of a tall stone tower.
Yeah, visit
and it just
Oscar. Nope.
And I always wake up before I reach
why
the
would he
top.
want to visit the
What do you think, Poe?
chief?
Well, that is
I don't think so.
Quite an interesting dream. I would say he is someone who.
My room. Telling to Oscar. Yes. Oh wait.
Well,
Did
I
I
can
try
in fact
speaking
tell
to
you
Rain?
that a tower does in fact.
Zach, let me stop you there. You are one creepy fellow. Now, I don't know what you had going on with Dorota, but I don't want anything to do with it. Do not come back here. Please.
But you don't feel worthy of it.
Wow, okay.
And it, which is actually quite. It's actually quite a common thing to suffer from.
Genies? Wait, what?
But what I start believing in yourself. It's very important that you believe in yourself, and if good things happen to you, then please just.
I'm Oscar. Is there anything else I can do?
Yes, try to get to Bronwyn's room,
with
maybe.
Owen Monroe.
No.
By Lacey Finley. The
Got
old
it?
man
Nope.
on his tripod-ended walking stick. He paused to pull
why
his
don't you want
tattered
to speak to
overcoat more
Rain?
tightly around his thin body as
Yeah.
he pulled his cap down
So
more firmly,
go and
blew on his
speak
fingers,
to
then
Zach.
resumed his painful progress.
Uh-oh. Please don't crash. Well, I guess I'm gonna wait for a bit. It says it's running, so I don't know. Should be fine. But it doesn't seem like it. Oh man, I don't even know how the game saves. I hope it saved at some point. So weird. I have no idea when this happens. And it's running lightly and I don't have anything else loaded up that could possibly weigh down on my machine. Oh well. Guess I'm gonna quickly restart. Oh no, now it's gonna sync the saves. Alright, let's see. What did it say?
Yes. With Poe and Monroe. So, we have Gabby's dream. So, Gabby said that
Okay.
when he gets to the checkout, there's a huge queue.
Why would they
Now,
want to
when she
see
gets
the
to the cashier,
chief then?
Sensing the thing with Bronwyn went badly.
Why did you put me up to it?
Well, it didn't really. Yeah, you could say went badly because I refused twice. Crap. And I don't think there was any way to see the option on the second time and then leave and later come back to it, so. Oh well.
I need all hands on deck. You're a hand. At least I thought you were.
Nothing happened.
Never mind. At least you tried.
Is there anything else I can do?
No, you've done enough. I'll keep up my end of the bargain, make those speeding tickets go away, though technically you'd have more points than a hedgehog if I kept them. And if I do catch you speeding in August again, Oscar, instant ban. Capiche?
Yes. Capiche?
Wasn't Capiche written with a C?
Yes.
Anyway.
Yes.
Okay.
So what we're also dealing with here is the loss of money. What you'll often find with dreams is that the loss of money actually relates to a loss of self-identity.
So at least the game saves at the appropriate
I'm
times.
Zach Weston. Just sharpening my powers of persuasion.
Didn't I try?
An other, rather than actually having your own identity as yourself. Now, for me personally, I believe that
Yeah, we already had that
equal,
conversation.
and you should be loved
I
for,
don't remember
for
what
who you
happened
are.
to
And
this. Oh, he's gone, yeah.
you might have to challenge in your life. What do you think, Poe?
That's some wonderful advice,
Okay.
Alice, and I think it's a lot of food for thought.
So, what else do I do? I turn into Violet and go to visit Zach.
Hello, I'm Violet.
Also, Rain said
I'm Violet.
they saw each other.
With Poe and Monroe.
The Calling. Read by Jessa.
Well, hello, gorgeous.
Did you hear about Dorota?
Everyone in town's heard. She's a local celebrity now.
Local celebrity? Were you sleeping with her?
Violet? Of course not. I only have eyes for you.
That's not what I heard.
This again. I told you, I'm not seeing anyone else. I have gorgeous women in my studio all the time, but you're special. Not because you won't take off your clothes, I'm expecting that at some point. It's just, You're so clever and well educated. And the icing on the cake, you're the most beautiful woman I've ever met.
I came over last night, but you weren't here.
Yeah, let's try this.
Well, that explains why there was no answer when I called you. I was definitely here.
Oops.
It is the
Cut.
opposite. I must set free.
What if I visit the Oscars? Nope.
August. Dark Nights with Poe and Monroe.
The Bag Lady by David F. Schultz. Read by Venomous Platypus. Hidden.
Oh, I already accused
Time
him
oozed
as her.
molasses. Count.
Rain.
Hello, I'm Rain. I'm Rain.
The vacant penthouse had a hallucinatory quality.
Rain! I'm surprised to see you here. I take it you know about Dorota already. All that stuff we talked about yesterday, that's strictly between you and me.
What stuff?
That's the spirit. Now, I think it's best if we don't get caught speaking to each other. Overcautious, I'm sure, but I think it's for the best nonetheless. Maybe we can get together for a lad's night out after this is all blown over. Yeah?
Okay.
No thanks.
No thanks.
That's what he would normally say. I guess saying okay might kinda make it more trustful of him, but I mean, they both don't want to see each other.
Oh.
Great. Well, I'll see you soon.
It's me.
Uh-huh.
Run or die, the door gave way. Expanse of the room. The spinal shiver of pursuit by a nightmare. A cold gaze grasped at my back. The air was...
You have a lovely guest house.
It is quaint, isn't it? It's all my parents had when they died. We are literally sitting in my inheritance.
How did your parents die?
Father died first. Heart attack. They found him in the freezer when Mother died. She had a pulmonary embolism. I didn't really talk to them much.
Freezer?
Yes, she kept him in the chest freezer because she didn't want to be alone. Stored him perfectly. Still use it today.
Okay.
A flash.
Time to
A human
leave.
mind to wear, like a shell for hermit crabs.
So what do I have now?
I agree.
Oh wait.
I
What
agree
if
to help.
I try to enter
I
the
thought to the
room?
bag lady that it...
No.
Since human beings don't float, except in water.
Become the chief and speak to Zach, I guess.
Hi, Hi, I'm Chief DuPont.
I mean, I might as well try.
This lady named Bethany. Bethany had lived a life of addiction.
Again. Nope.
Dwindling
I
income
can't.
from prostitution as age, drugs, and street.
He's gone.
Until she ended up in the clutches of the entity in an empty penthouse lair.
Chief? Again?
Yes,
Did
again.
Dorota have any online friends?
She didn't really use any social networks. Didn't have the time. Mainly just cello.
Go to any clubs or groups?
She helped out at a Rainbows group. I think it's like Cub Scouts for little kids. Did that with her mum. But, I don't know. Unless she was strangled by a 9-year-old.
The entity was blind to the weakness.
Hello. I know you.
You do?
You're the police chief.
What type of photos do you take? I understand that you knew Dorota Shaw.
We met briefly, yes. I freelanced for the August Chronicle, and they did a story about her.
Was that the first time you met her? The scholarship to Juilliard. Was that the first time you met her?
As far as I know. I meet a lot of people through work. Some are more memorable than others. I happened to mention my portrait services, so she booked a session with me.
When was this?
Seems like it really matters what option you pick, but I don't know, I just don't have enough info to even try to evaluate the decisions I'm making. I mean, at least some of them, not all of them, obviously.
A few weeks ago.
What type of photos do you take?
For the paper. Record shots that any idiot with a phone can take. My studio is where the magic happens. Mainly portraiture, but I dabble in other areas.
Boudoir photography?
Sometimes, if that's what the client wants. Are you asking for yourself, or...?
It's for the case.
Of course.
Kid doesn't believe me.
And they looked into mine. And the worm looked at us both, increasingly impatient. And maybe the people sensed it.
Okay,
Sensed
so
something was
what
wrong.
now? Don't seem to be able to extract any more info.
Smelled of urine.
Wanna go
The
run
worm
around,
probed,
speak to everybody
and the worm didn't-
again?
What's special about
I got
this
some
one?
more info from
The answer
Violet,
was nothing.
so I guess I should
Which may
really
have
try
been-
to speak to everyone, ask everyone. Zach's trying to hide something he said to you yesterday.
I bet he is.
Probably
It was that thing I told you about Dorota. I mean, I didn't know it was her then. He wanted to show me these explicit photos of her, but I refused. And that's when he told me about her being alone on Mondays. I wonder who else he told that to.
Good question.
Waiting for me to demonstrate my usefulness.
Who was
or
he
else be eaten tonight.
seeing?
So George found out that there was a great place he could sleep, better than the street or the shelters.
It's 8 o'clock and time for another August update. Police investigating the death of 21-year-old Dorota Shaw have said there's no evidence to connect her boyfriend to the murder. Chief DuPont's statement was delivered in response to speculation from local residents that it was a crime of passion. Miss Shaw's strangled body was found by her mother around 10 p.m. last night in what the chief is calling a puzzling crime.
I can't believe people are gossiping already, Poe.
It's always the person closest to the victim, isn't that what they say?
But that poor boy. A reminder also that due to the murder, this weekend's Tulip Festival has been postponed. New dates will be announced soon. The weather's getting worse tonight with heavy rain forecast. So if you're heading out, you might want to take a jacket. Or a cab.
Or wear the jacket in the cab. That's 8 o'clock with Poe and Monroe.
Okay, next chapter, I guess, since I can't think of anything else.
Sam, I've got news. We've done a reading.
And
The Five of Swords. That's the same card as yesterday.
That's the only card you had on the table. It seems
Let's hope
like...
it's not the Knight of Wands.
And what do you know?
This doesn't look good.
It's fine. This happens all the time. There are 78 cards in a deck. The same ones come up a lot.
I get it, but we drew the exact same cards yesterday. What are the odds of pulling all three again?
1 in 474,552. I know. I get asked a lot.
Bet it's a Ten of Swords.
It's happening again. There's going to be another murder. Then Lexi did her thing, and now we have a name. Alice Munro.
And this demon was nothing if not patient.
Really?
Ever present.
Huh.
Until the virus got her. Until the sickness spread, the demon could only enjoy that.
Sam, do me a favour, go easy on Violet. If we need to get anything out of her, let me deal with it. She'll open up to me.
Okay. I'll keep that in mind.
We've got a new target. Alice Munro. Rain still says he was praying in his room. Alone. You say
Right.
Bronwyn and Lexi's alibis don't add up. Violet says she doesn't remember last night, but I've got that in hand. Zach Weston says he was in his studio last night. No one corroborates. Oscar's in the clear. He was playing football last night. He said that Dorota had a wedding dress in her closet. Not many people would know that.
Yeah, but I haven't had the opportunity to ask about that, unfortunately.
That girl. That first girl, she was no different. She was nearly there already without the demon's whispers.
Alright.
There was...
Well, I'm gonna go now. So, thank you for watching and see you next time.